So I am going to get into the subject. Hopefully you'll all be excited as I am as well. I'm very much excited about this lead magnet. Let me tell you a story. How this came about. This came about, I spoke about this in my post yesterday on my Facebook page, where I am streaming simultaneously as well. What I said is, like, about 3 years ago, I had quite a few lead magnets. I'll tell you the story of how I got here and why I do what I do in a minute. But this story is like 3-4 years ago, I had so many lead magnets, and I am one of those information junkies. I gather information like sponge. So what happens is, when people have been talking about, at that point, I was using lead funnels, click funnels, and you go on these workshops, you go on these webinars, and they say, oh, you can do this checklist, do that, do this. And you kind of get into a mode of creating lead magnets. But I was not making, this is what happens most of the time. When we say something, we say from an experience, right? So when you're a newbie, you never had any of this, or you've been there for a while and you're creating this, you kind of like go on and start creating it, or you may forget it. It's either way, it's could happen. So I am one of those people. I went and created all these checklists and resource sheets and mind maps and this and that, all these lead magnets, but I didn't have a purpose. So by end of this, you would have a step-by-step guide, at least to an extent. You can write it down. So what is a lead gen funnel? And how can you start creating a lead magnet? Because that's the first step of it. And what are the things which you can think about, start jotting down. So if you need my help, and I've got an offer towards the end as well. So let's get in, okay? So how to create a lead magnet which converts? Doing something for the sake of doing is okay in many ways. At least you're taking some actions compared to some people who never take action, who just speak. At least you're taking some action. But however, if you could just go one step above and make it work for you, then you're winning. Okay, so that is what this workshop and masterclass is all about. Okay, so creating a lead magnet which converts. Don't stop with a lead magnet. I was going to put the, but somehow I've just left it with the so you can create as many lead magnets as you want, but I would suggest a number. So let's get in. So who am I? As you know, by the name, Sudha Mani, and I am a woman in tech. I started out my career as my degree. My first degree is computer science, which I finished in 1995. By the way, don't you dare calculate my age, okay? I am 16, and I'm going to stick with that. It doesn't matter. So I am 16. Remember that one, okay? Don't dare calculate my age. So when I finished my degree in 1995 in India, a couple of other friends and I, we started creating. We ended up doing a forum. Okay, so I am one of those people who are a programmer, and one of my friend, he's an engineer. He sets up the thing, and another friend is a business person. He did BBM, is bachelor's in business management or something like that. Not something like that. That's what it is. So we all got together and we said, okay, we are going to help other students who are, because computer science in 1995, at least in India, it was not that much, and the books were very expensive for us. So even in library can't get the books. college library, and if we could get books, like someone would, I always gather my books. So people can't get many books, so they have only 3 books, or sometimes if it's expensive book, they'll have only 1 book, and they will do it only for the reference. So you need to sit in the library and do it. So long story short, we created this forum, and 3 years, 5 years, almost 1997, that's when we got really serious. But 1995, I got into teaching in a primary school, teaching computers for the kids, more of a abacus and all of those calculus things which comes in. So it was more of a fun. And 1997 we started this, and for 3 years we went on understanding, helping other juniors finishing their projects and stuff like that. And 1999, one of my friend who I worked with in this startup, or we didn't call it as a startup, it was a side gig for us. So we really made good progress. We went from 0 to 297, 200,097 forum members. So it is almost 200K forum members, and it went on well. And my friend, he passed away because of the brain hemorrhage. So we just closed the shop, or we let it die. And I moved to UK in 2000, and then started freelancing for financial services, utilities company, and also for public sector lately, 2017. I had enough of these freelancing, and I said, I've got to do help small business owners, especially women entrepreneurs, who are so scared of technology and they don't explore technology that much. So I said, I can help them. I can understand their problem. I can help them. So that is how I ended up with. My vision is to help as many as women entrepreneurs as possible to use technology effectively and have that freedom, time and money freedom. And that's my mission as well. Also, being women in STEM, as in science, technology, engineering, and maths subjects, maths field, I want as many girls as possible in entering these fields and staying in that field. That's what it is. I am seven girls in 40 member class, and I am the one. I and another friend of mine are the 2 people who are still in IT. Others have moved on. So I don't want that happen to the girls, because we need representatives. So I told you my story, and that's my story. So coming back to lead magnet, we all like freebies. Who doesn't like? Just comment below. Yeah, comment below to say, like, you like freebie. Like, yeah, we all like freebies, right? But sometimes when we get something for free, we don't value it, not intentionally. There's not many people, when we take it, we do value, oh, I want that, and then we don't pay attention to it. So what happens is, it kind of demoralizes the person who creates it, and demoralizes us as well in a way. So the importance of this lead magnet, or this class I am going to talk about in detail, is create a lead magnet so that people take action. Whatever the action you wanted to take, go from that point. This is what the action I want these people to take when they get my lead magnet, and then create that lead magnet from that point, rather than the other way around. I'll just create it, and people will, if they want to take action, they'll take action. You don't want that to be a flippant, right? We all value our work, and we want other people value our work as well. So that is exactly the point. The point is, get a freebie and do make them take action. There is also another aspect of it. These lead magnets, nowadays, when you create somewhat little bit longer and extended version, that could be a lead magnet, and also you can make money off that. It's a mini offer, which you can create as well from these templates, because this is the core. You start and expand that and make it as mini offer, and then go for the bigger offer as well. So you know what it is. Now you know what's next step you want them to take. So this is the beef of the subject. Start taking notes if you want, and if you've got any question, as I said, keep it. So if I'm speaking faster, tell me where to stop and get you the answer. So I am one of those people who doesn't take a breath. I'm just like go. So let's do this, right? What is a lead magnet? Many people have I've been talking about lead magnet on my page for last week or so. Okay, if they've been following my page, well and good, they would understand. Sometimes, the Facebook doesn't put it in front of all the people, so they enter on the day 3. They'll ask, what is a lead magnet? Many people have got this idea that I don't know what lead magnet is. Lead magnet is nothing but a valuable freebie or a giveaway in exchange for their email address. And someone said to me, hey, I do give freebies to everyone. When I pack my boxes, the e-commerce store, she owns an e-commerce store. Is that not a freebie? No, there is a lead magnet has got a very specific name to it. It's because it's a magnet, you need to get a lead. When you're giving it away in a box, it is a bonus, or it's just nice to have, nice gesture you're extending. Whereas when it comes to specificity of lead magnet, you need to get their email address and name. So that is why this is just an email address would do, but I do take names because I want to address them, personalize the emails. So that is why I take the name as well. So it depends on your subject, how you want to take it. So it is very good. And it is also start of lead generation funnel. Okay, so there is an example of what the lead generation funnel is. So okay, Jill, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, please do catch up and ask me questions. So what happens is afterwards, so what you can do is this is the starting of your lead generation funnel. They get the lead magnet. They get the lead magnet by giving you an email address and a name, and then you start nurturing them. Okay. So that is why I call this as the number 1, the very first step of this. And also people say building a list is also the first step. So for building a list, you need to start collecting. This is why lead magnet is so important. And it should, you remember I told you they need to take an action. Okay, so it should solve a problem. If it doesn't solve a problem, then it is hard for them to take an action. It's just they'll take something and keep it in. There are so many of freebies I get when I go to these conferences, or at least when I went to these conferences. Pre-2020, you get all these freebie bags, right? So you just come and throw it or give it to your friend or do these things. But those are all, they're not lead magnets. They don't take your email address unless otherwise they're getting it from the conference conference organizer. So it needs to solve a problem, a lead magnet, and it provides. Also, lead magnet provides an insight about your expertise and also your client's intentions. If they are getting a lead magnet, if they are willing to give you an email address and their name, which are their personal details, right? So if they are willing to give that, they've started to know you. okay, this is what it is. And then once this lead magnet, they like your lead magnet, that creates a like, and they think, okay, this makes a sense, and they've taken an action, they've got a result. It creates trust. So can you see, know, like, and trust element is built through a lead magnet. So it is a lot easier instead of being on social media all the time. Okay, so that is what lead magnet is. So what are the things? Yes, I'll come to it. How long should a lead magnet take? This is where the important part of it is. How long should a lead magnet take to create? People make it complicated. Okay, yes, there are lead magnets. I'm not going to say it is not complicated. Okay, there are some lead magnets which are complicated, which I'll talk about it later. So what I would suggest is start building the small things, and then you can create more of it. And I've got a few ideas which I am going to talk through as well, depending on which group you're on. I've picked 3 groups, and we are going to talk about those as well. So stick till the end. Stick to me till the end, so that you would understand what this is all about. So a lead magnet must provide a realizable value to your lead, and it must increase your brand awareness, expertise, and create the trustworthy factor. You see, I told you in the last slide, this is how it should do. It should only, if you start with, don't spend more than an hour or so to create a lead magnet. If you call yourself as an expert, I'm not doubting you in any way or form. That's not how I am phrasing this. I'm phrasing it in such a way that if you're an expert, if you do something, you should not think too much about creating a lead magnet. Don't try to be perfect. The story I've created, I started telling you before I went on this, which I didn't finish. That story is, I started creating all these lead magnets, and then at one point it was not converting at all. And then I had to stop and look at it in such a way that, what is going wrong with these lead magnets? And then I realized, if I work backwards, that is how I work. I am a consultant, right? I ask, go into organization, I ask, what do you want to achieve? And they tell what they want to achieve. And then we work backwards to achieve when they want to achieve within the budget. So I was thinking, if I could just do that one, what do I want what my leads to take an action on? And then if I work backwards, it would work for me. It took me about a year or 2 after I've created all these lead magnets to go back and rework that. So that's exactly what happened to me. So this is where I worked with, okay, I want them to do all these things. So it would, so if you need, I've put 5 mistakes one yesterday. So go and have a look at it. What are the 5 mistakes you could avoid when you are looking at these things? And if you want, I can send that slide to you as well. So these are the things which you need to do. So it must move your lead. They don't know anything about your brand, and it should move them to a next thing. Okay, I am giving them a chance. I know them. They seem to be okay. I'm giving them a chance, or giving him or her a chance to get that lead magnet by providing you with their name and email address. So that way you're moving from one funnel to another, one stage to another stage of the funnel. So next, the question is, I told you it should not take more than 1 hour or 2. But next question people ask, how many do you want me to start? I mean, simple answer is 1. But I would suggest 3 lead magnets, which makes it easier for you to create posts for them, create ads if you want to use ads. Lead magnet, if you've created a lead magnet, really good lead magnet, it should start creating you organically, as in like free freely without paying for ads or anything, should, if your lead magnet is the right one for your target market. So that is the testing validation for you. So you need to have 3 types of lead magnet. One is an informative lead magnet, which just gives like checklists or resource list or something like that. That would be the information lead magnet. The second one is solution-based lead magnet, which is like, it could be a video. You're solving a problem for them. If you're a parent counselor or a person who helps parents to bring up their kids or handle their kids properly, if they are specialized special needs kids, as in, like, I'm not talking about, they've got every kid. Parenting is not easy thing. I don't have any kids, but I know I do have nephews and nieces, so it's not easy thing, right? So if you've got that one, solution based would be that option. How are you going to use? Or if you're doing a nanny service, you can do that. Or if you're a pet, like you are, how do you call them? You help owners, pet owners. You can have a checklist or something like that. Solution based, insight capturing. This is where it's little bit more. This is where it will take more time. Is where you would say, okay, it could be strategy call, which is an easy one. And the second one is business quest, where you don't need to be there, but you can create a business quest in such a way that you can group them and segment them in a way so that you can market them. For example, if you're a network marketer or you're doing MLM, for example, or affiliate marketing, you can create a quiz in such a way that whether they want to be the business owner, team member, or something like that, or they want to just consume the goods. So you've got 2 categories. One is product sales, another one is building the team, right, in network marketing or MLM. So you could divide them. Oh yeah, they want not only make commission of the products, but they want to become a team member as well. Or the other one is, I just want products from you. I'm happy doing that. So that way you sell products. So you're not mixing them up. You see where I'm coming from? This is where you can create a quiz. So what are the 5-step, or this is 6-step? I don't know. I have not changed that one. I can't even count, isn't it? But I'm a math student. So sorry about that heading, but this is why it is, because I added one more step this morning. You analyze. So if you don't have any, even if you've got lead magnets, what I would suggest is go analyze your competition and also analyze what would solve the problem. What are the mini problems which your audience have, and what should you be creating? What type of lead magnet should you be creating? Checklist or video or mini video series, or few of the things which you've got, right? So you need to be thinking from the point of, okay, this is what it is. So analyze your target audience. If you're a mompreneur, or if you're a parent counselor coach, parenting coach, so you would be thinking, okay, what are the problems, mini problems, which I could solve using this lead magnet? You're almost giving them the experience of working with you. So those are the things which you analyze what is the ground like, and then you validate that lead magnet idea. So for example, as I said to you before, when you create an organic lead magnet or checklist or something, when you do drive an organic traffic by posting it on social media, putting it elsewhere, go help in a group and ask them, oh, I've got this checklist, do you want it? I've got a tech stack which I put on. I don't even gather. I should be gathering emails, but I don't. So that is one of the lead magnet I've got. So you curate, and then you curate the information. You gather the information and say, for example, even if you're for example, Dean, hopefully she's on the call on this masterclass. Nadine, she does marketing network meeting, right? So even in network meeting, this is more important. So she can create a checklist of like how to prepare yourself. You're here. Hi, Nadine. How to prepare yourself if you're going for a networking meeting. I hate face-to-face networking meeting. Not because I can't speak to people or I'm not confident enough. I am not that kind of person who wants to be in a group, and I'm an empath. So I kind of suck their energy for some strange reason. By the time I come home, I'm so damn tired. I can't be bothered to going and then coming and recharging, right? I am an introvert, even though many people think I'm an extrovert. When I go, this is how I prepare myself. I prepare myself in such a way that I go, this is what I need to do, this is how I need to, and then come back home. And that way you're prepared, your mind is prepared, and it prepares for you for 2.5 hours or 3 hours. Come home, it is easier for you to recharge yourself. So she can create a checklist or a resource list where what are the things which you can do if you're an empath, if you're a person who is an introvert, or if you're a person who is an extrovert. What are the things which you need to have a business card. How many times have we gone to a network meeting? Yes, it could be I play as a I want to be different, sometimes. How many times have we forgotten, oh, I wish I had spoken to that person, I wish I've spoken. So you can make a list of things so it is easier for you. So that's one of the lead magnet idea. So you start curating your information, then you strategize your lead generation funnel. So explain to people why they should be downloading your lead magnet. That is it doesn't have to be a long list, but it is, as long as it hits all the element or 4 element of like they can feel it, they can do it, you write a story of why they should be, what are the benefits they are going to get downloading your lead magnet. It's almost like you're selling them that lead magnet idea, and then they download it. That is what strategizing your lead gen funnel is. And then you plan the magnet. Once you plan the magnet, design and done everything using Canva, or I suggest Canva because it's a lot easier. That's why I say 1 hour is they've got templates, and just grab the template, change it to your brand colors, and it's done a lot quicker. Okay, so, and then you create an email marketing campaign. You create an email to send that lead magnet. That's one thing. And the next thing is, after they've got that email, you see if you've got the right email responder, if you're looking at the right analytics, you will know whether they've downloaded that marketing magnet or not. If they've downloaded, you can set up an automated campaign to talk to them about what the next steps are. Those are the things which you will strategize in the strategy side of it. What type of lead magnet? What are the journey? What is my customer journey? What are the things which I want them to do after they've done? And what are the troubleshooting which can go wrong? So your email engage nurture series could do all of this. Am I making sense? Type in if I'm making sense. Type in the comment if I am making any sense, and do you understand? Do you follow me up until now? So that I am not in a delusional mood of like, I am the great. Yeah, who said I'm not great, right? So that's exactly the point. If you can understand me, please do type in, yes, I understand you. I get what you're trying to tell me here. Or I know this. Why are you talking to me like that, as if I am a kid? That's good as well. That means you're really far away from many people who are in the stage of like, I don't even know what the lead magnet is. So that's good. So this is where, you remember I told you, strategize your lead magnet funnel, lead generation funnel. This is where you need to be thinking about, like, this is what is my one email response magnet would be, what is my landing page? This is where the copy, you need to create the copy, right? For that landing page. Some of the email autoresponders like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, they have their form themselves. That's there as well. Or you can use a Google Sheet and then use Zapier, or if there's that, there are some platforms which you can use to automate the whole sequence. You put them, use the Google Forms, get the details, put them in Google Sheets, then take the Google Sheets and create an email using this autoresponder. Yeah, you do need autoresponder anyway, because otherwise the whole thing is, or you can do manual, take all their emails, put it in the Excel sheet. But there is a problem though. GDPR, I'm a GDPR consultant and I know this. GDPR would be your problem. General Data Protection Regulation, which came into place in 2018. It is mandatory for all online businesses and small businesses. Oh, let me take my breath. Give me 2 seconds. So you need to get their permission, explicit permission, to create this email list. So this is where you need to be a little bit more careful when you start building your email list out with these email autoresponders. So when they come to you, this is where the criticality is. They've said yes, right? You have not recorded that yes in any way or form. So you forgot to take, and they've got, okay, 2 years, 2 months. This doesn't happen that much in the UK, but it happens in US. I've heard 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, they think you've just got the email from someone else and they complain about you, because Data Commissioner Office can fine you for being irresponsible marketer. So they go and complain saying, this person is sending me really marketing emails saying that this is what has happened, and they can complain about you, and Data Commissioner Office can fine you. So this is where you need to be a little bit more careful. I do email marketing masterclass as well. So I talk about this in detail in there, but you need to have this thinking in your head, and then you create a welcome series. It could be three email series every other day or every other week or every week, for that matter, explaining about the solutions, their problems and your solutions, how they can work with you. So that is what the fourth element of lead generation funnel is all about. Now let's talk about lead magnet ideas that convert. For example, I've taken 3 type of, my audience are 3 types. One is service providers such as coaches, consultants, course creators. These are the experts. They create courses. I help people create online courses and also digital products. So these are the people I work with. So what are the best email, the lead magnet ideas they could have? They could have checklists. They can have templates. If you're a social media marketer and stuff, they could have templates, and they could have video masterclass just like this. I would be using this as one of my lead magnet. They could have quiz I talked to you about. This takes a little bit of time, and I use Thrive Themes for this. If you want to talk more about this, let me know. And they can do a 3 to 5 email courses or video courses, which they can send out an email, and they can have a strategy or a discovery call. So these are the lead magnets for service providers, if that's what you are. If you want the slides, please do let me know. I will send the slides to you, and you can have that. And it might be tomorrow. I've got a meeting just after this, so please bear with me on that. And network marketers, send me your email. Don't send me your email in a public forum. Send me as a PM or as a messenger. That would work. If you're a network marketer as an MLM, or you're a product based business, not email, marketer, you're for example, I know a person, they provide it's a platform which matches the small business owners with accountants and financial service providers. So that's a platform they have. They fall into this category as well. So they can use information sheet about why they need to do this. All of that could be there, the information of what that could. Would you please like to have, yes, please do send me an email. That would be sorry, come a full message. I'll get back to you. So product catalog, for example, you can create a product catalog. So I know I've been a network marketer myself. Utility warehouse, I've done utility warehouse, I've done Amway, I've done A1 products. Don't get me wrong, I've tried. I know what involves in that. And then at one point I thought, I've got much more things to do skills wise, I'll use that one. So that's why I moved into this side of it. So those are the things which you can do. Create you can create your product catalog, and you do get sheets from them as well. And you can say, okay, these are the product catalogs which you could, sometimes you get a product catalog sheet. It has got the your commission and their commission and all the end price you sell and all of that. And sometimes I felt, oh, if I could only create all these products and send them a sheet, that would be great. So mostly lead magnet are digital product, but your tangible products like sample kits could be your lead magnet as well, where you could get their address to send their sample kits. Isn't it brilliant to get the address and send them a sample kit? And it kind of like gives them, yeah, let me use it before I buy. So that way you've got a lot more leverage. If they are giving just email address and name, it is a little bit touch and go. They could be, they could not, they just want it. And if they are giving you address, they really trust you. So there are real warm leads which you can convert a lot easier. You don't have to be chasing your friends and family and all of them and creating, oh my God, I just don't want to speak to her. She talks about her products again. You see what I mean? And then quiz. It could be like, as I told you before, they want to be either a team, part of a team, they want to start this business, or they could be just a product consumer. So that is another way to do it. And this is quite big. And these people, this group of people, they think that they can never have a takeaway. Sorry. They can never have a lead magnet. What am I talking about? I'm just reading it, the takeaway. Lead magnet. They think, oh, I'm a product company. I don't need a lead magnet. I don't want to bring a list. They don't even, many e-commerce shop owners, I work with them, I create e-commerce sites, I create websites. They don't even have that idea of nurturing their client. Amazon and how many emails do you get from Amazon, wish list and all of that? So you can do all of that in e-commerce and cafe and takeaways. You can, all of these people can use lead magnets to get the email address and start sending them the offers they have, so that they don't have to spend on ad when they are doing. Yes, of course, they would get more return on investment when they do it that way, but they can do it a lot cheaper. Mom and pop shops, it could be anything, even the corner shop, they could, if that's what they want to do. Many corner shops don't do it, but they can. But incentive scheme, dentists, those people could use this quite heavily. Therapist, what's acupuncturists, reflexologists. These people can use these offers because it is really hard when you're in the therapy industry, because there's so much competitions and stuff like that. So use it. Incentive scheme, newsletter featuring the product or services, they could get that, and coupons, discount coupons. Again, quiz, you can do a quiz and see this is what the intention is. They like these. So those are the things which you can do quite heavily. This is one of the things which I really am sad about, and as well as angry about. You can be both. Sometimes you think, why can't people use these online thing? They spend on, it's not, I'm not going to, people who say to me that they are scared of technology, they've already tried it. Either they're telling lies, which I disagree with completely. They are telling the truth. They've used it before and they failed in it, so they say, it doesn't work. It's because when you don't use a tool right way, it will not work. Have you tried baking with the wrong flour? Have you tried baking with the wrong oven? That's exactly what it is. Even though you're a good baker, if that tool, you don't know how to use that tool, it's hard for you to get it. So this is what, use it properly. Use it, get some kind of knowledge from the proper person, and get doing it. So these are the tools which you could use. Canva is my favorite. I've used Photoshop. I told you I'm a computer science student and I do design work and other things. I used to do design work. So I've used expensive tools like Adobe, Photoshop, and all of that. I would just say Canva does most of the stuff which we need. Social media posts, lead magnets, even creates ebooks. So it does most of the stuff. So use it. And Thrive Quiz Builder, this is what I think, is a part of a plugin called Thrive Themes. And it is, if you've got WordPress website, this is the best one because it is not expensive. That is $20, which is about 17 pounds month, is for creating quiz. Each lead for a travel industry, if you're in a travel group, what do I say? Do you sell holidays, right? The travel lead, the email in travel industry is about $72 or $64 or $72. An email is worth on an average. So just imagine how much money you can make. Anyway, MS Word, Google Docs, Pages, if you have got a Mac. Grammarly, I use Grammarly is because you might have seen from my skin color, my English is not my first language. So I do make grammar mistakes. So I prefer Grammarly for that. And some of my Word will catch most of the spellings, but Grammarly would catch some of the grammatical error. And iMovie, if you're creating video classes and stuff like that, is free. And Windows Player, if you've got iMovie, is for Mac. If you've got Windows platform, you've got Windows version of iMovie. And Loom is, if you're sharing screen like this, Loom is another one which you could use, and it will make it a lot easier for you. Hopefully, I am getting my point across, and I will finish off shortly. This is my offer, okay? So I do 1 hour service where you work with me. We create a lead magnet strategy of like, what type of lead magnet should you be doing, what that goal of lead magnet is, what are the things that you need to do, and all of that. And we would identify 3 relevant lead magnets. Then you go away, brainstorm. That's why 2 30-minute sessions, okay? Okay, spelling, you see? This is what happens. So you go away, you brainstorm things, and you come back with 7 or 8 ideas, and then we will work out which of those ideas would be the best for you, and then we would create your first lead magnet in Canva. Depending on what you're looking for, it excludes these mini courses and tools and expenses if it's videos and other things, which I would avoid when you're starting in the first iteration. And then this is the offer. If you want to grab that offer, please do. Just for the session, and I would close this offer by end of this month. And I will show you a checklist and also something else. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to not be looking at your camera. I am looking at sideways to find where my other thing is. Okay, stop share screen. Let me share another screen. If you want this checklist, I am happy to give you a checklist and send your email again to this. So hopefully you're seeing this screen. I am not seeing my screen. So this is a checklist. If I could open that, give me 2 seconds, please. Please. Okay, hopefully you're seeing that screen. Yes. So this is a checklist which you can grab, and these are the things which you may have to do. AWS is Amazon Web Services. I will change that and send it to you. It's uploaded to AWS. The reason I say that is it's better to use links. So when you are doing in future, if you're changing that lead magnet, you can go here and change it and upload it, so it doesn't make it link irrelevant or something along that line. You see what I mean? Even if you've created that campaign. So that's why I talk about this Google Drive or this one where you can upload it. Google Drive, yes, the link will change because of the ID which they create. So creating a squeeze page, thank you page, and that is the lead gen funnel. And document delivery email, nurture email sequence. Once you've done it, tick, 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 I've done it. That's me. I've created the email checklist. So if you want this, I can send you this as well. Please do mention it. Which one do you want? And I am going to show you, I've given you some ideas, right? There is also another thing which I do, which I created for the sake of it. This is why I love Canva. You can, once you know what you're doing, stop the screen. Let me share another screen. Yes, application window. And this has got a little bit more ideas than I gave you, so you can start working on that one. Where a short book could be what are the other common lead magnets which many people use. Discovery call is similar to the strategy call and free consultation call. Whatever you want to call it, these are the ones which if you want this, I can send that across to you. So that is me for this masterclass. If you've got any questions, let me bring this back in. Let me stop sharing the screen. Let me bring this in. And if you've got any questions, please do ask away. Yes, I can hear and see you fine. There are no questions. Either I've confused you enough or I've explained. I'm hoping the second is the right one. Like, I've explained it so good that you understand every bit of it. Has nothing to do with being fluent in English. I use Grammarly because I make my typo mistakes. Yes, great. Thank you. Great presentation. Thank you very much, Abigail. So I'm hoping it's a second reason, not the first reason. So if it's lots of information, that's I'm trying my best not to overload, but sometimes you've got to explain things in such a way because it's not easier to understand technical elements of it. So I think I go a little bit out of it. Hopefully I have not overloaded you and confused you with the information. I made sure that is not the case. If I have, I'm sorry, and you can ask me. You talked about this, like, I didn't get it. Can you explain that to me? I am happy to explain that to you. So that is all I have. If you've got, I am going to jump off if I have to. Hopefully, thank you very much for staying with me. I am so grateful that you guys are staying with me and